Warning. This video is long. I advise to put it on in the background if you actually want to watch it.
It is almost the end of 2020. Right now, as I'm recording this, it is the 29th of December. And boy has it been a year. Isn't that right, baby?
It has been a year.
Yeah, Lee's sitting over there while I record this. Because I don't want to record it in the bedroom. It gets lonely when I'm up there by myself. If you have been on my channel for a while, you know how I do end of year reviews. I sit down, I talk about the year in my personal life. I think the first time I ever did this, I talked about the year in the world and then my personal life, and then but it turned out to be a really long video and I just didn't want to do it like that anymore because it's a lot of editing and I can't be bothered to listen to my own voice for that long. So I went on Google Slides. Now I made a PowerPoint about each month and then wrote down the things I want to talk about each month. So let's review 2020 in the personal life of me. My teeth look so yellow. Starting off with the first month, January. You see, nothing really happens at the beginning of the year. So, I don't know. I think I remember around the beginning of the year, either January or February, I did up my medication dose to 150 milligrams. So, just thought that'd be an interesting piece of information. I don't know. I did my first cosplay in January, my first proper one, Lucy, where I butchered the wig, as you will see on the screen now. And the only other thing I could think of is we got the first 2 UK positive results for COVID. So
Pretty much dominates this year, doesn't it, really?
yeah, I can't do this video without talking about it at all, because it has affected us all. Everyone in humanity has been affected by this virus, and it's been tragic and horrible, and no one can say this has been the worst year ever, no one can say this has been the best year ever. It's been so up and down that there's no like flat out answer for how this year has been, you know? So I think I'm just gonna call this the year of chaos. 2020, the year of chaos. Okay. February. What I got on my slide? Nothing, because I remember nothing. So probably getting medication. March is when everything starts to kick off. March was the beginning of the 3-month lockdown in England, or UK, whatever. This part of the world. We had a 3-month lockdown. Everything shut down. Pubs, restaurants, blah blah blah. Schools shut down, and Boris said work from home if you can. But not me, because I was a key worker. Because I worked in the co-op. Oh my god, I can say where I worked now, because it's in the past. I was a baker, which meant getting up at 5 o'clock. Almost every morning. And even 4 o'clock sometimes. Yay! But yeah, March was the beginning of the end for the UK, or England. I don't know which part. My brain's not working. So everything just shut down, basically, and we had a 3-month lockdown. April. It was a major part of April that happened, but it affected Lee more than it affected me. And I have asked him if I can say it, because, you know, you can't really explain how we started dating without this part of the story, but Lee was married. If you've seen any of my past videos, I talk about his wife. But she did sadly pass away in April. So yeah, I'm not gonna say her name or anything. I just want to acknowledge that she did pass, and we are, with respect to that, the whole time we've been together. Yeah. So I'm just going to swiftly move on in a respectful manner, not in an this is awkward to talk about manner, but just to keep the video going. May. May was the month of many situations happening for me. Like, I had like 10 different situations going on at once. It was a little bit chaotic. So I started streaming again a bit more because I kind of took like a big break, because obviously you've seen on my channel I haven't posted that much this year, and that is because this year has just been so fucking crazy. But it was the same with streaming. I was very occasional with it, and in May I started doing a couple more streams again. I started my amnesia series, which was terrifying, and it's still scary to look through the videos and edit them. I do still have ones that are pre-recorded, and I don't want to stream it again until I finish editing those and getting those out. As some of you may recall, I was dating someone called Deathaholic at the beginning of this year. Yeah, a lot of personal stuff happened with that, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but I'm just gonna say our relationship fell apart and we split up, basically. We're friends now, we still talk, we've got past everything, we've both apologised for everything that happened. We're in a good place where we can just talk like actual human beings, which is more than I can say for any of my past relationships, so you know, I'm an adult now. But yeah, that was a rough month with that whole relationship situation. Lee and I, however, became very close over this month due to like just being alone a lot of the time and just not having anywhere else to turn to, and we just became really close when we were playing VR chat. And when Death and I inevitably ended, I decided to give Lee a chance, and it was my best decision ever, right baby?
Yep.
See, he would tell me to cut something out if I said something bad, so don't worry. Yeah, honestly, the best decision I've ever made. He's honestly amazing and so kind, and oh my god. I will... Should I do a video on it, or should I just say it now? That we're in an age gap relationship.
Say it now if you want to.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. We're in an age gap relationship. But it's not like a weird one. He met me when I was 20 years old. He did not know me when I was young or anything. He met me when I was 20, and he was married, so he wasn't thinking about it or anything. But we just got really close at one point, and we fell for each other, basically. So it's nothing weird. It's not weird. I'm 22 now. I'm like what society classes as an adult, you know. Like, people complain about age gap relationships between adults, but they expect 20 onwards for you to be an adult. What are you doing? You interrupted my video. Come here, baby. Come here. Say hello. This is Oggy. He's my baby. Say hello. He's very angry. Aww. Do you not like me anymore? You do. You do like me. You love my cuddle. Mwah. No, he wants some attention. But yeah, Lee and I are in an age gap relationship. And if anyone has questions, I can answer them. I don't really mind. I know there's gonna be a lot of couples out there who are unsure of themselves because they're in one, because that's exactly how we started out. We were very confused about everything. Like, we knew we wanted to be together, but it was just so hard, and because of everything we've been taught. Yeah, we found a couple on YouTube. I will
put a link in the description.
Yeah. finishes my sentences when I can't speak. Yay. I'll put a link in the description. They give a lot of great advice on stuff. Like how you can talk to your parents about it, how can you talk to your family, your friends about it. And they really made us feel more comfortable with what our relationship is. And of course we were comfortable in the first place, but you have that added fear of what people are going to say about you, you know? I mean, obviously we have been harassed a lot this year, and there have been a lot of allegations thrown out that have been stamped pretty quickly. But I'm not going to go into detail to that, because I don't want to give the person attention for it, because it's just, it's stupid. Basically, the whole situation is stupid. And not needed. But yeah, you always have that fear of what people are going to say about you, but we've been together for almost 7 months now, and I just make jokes about it now. They can call me what I want, or what they want. They can call me a gold digger, but I can sincerely prove that he does not have that much money.
To find that gold.
Exactly. He doesn't have money. I love him for him. Simple as that. I love him for his entire personality. I had seen one picture of him before, like, we started dating.
I said that's pretty much what we dated anyway, wasn't it? We dated our personalities.
Yeah. Because we were online at first. Because I was down south and he was up here. And it was all online, just playing games together in a gaming group. So, you know. Okay, let's move on before I ramble on too much. Okay, June. What happened? June was also an interesting month because our friendship group online kind of fell apart.
Oh, okay.
But then it came back together again, and then it fell apart, and then it came back together again. So I'm just gonna say this outright because there's no point denying the fact that he's not in my videos anymore. We were friends with someone called Dom, the domainist, Foot District, Tokra is his new name. And
What was his new name?
has he changed it again?
I don't know, didn't you say he changed it the other day?
I don't know. I honestly don't care at this point. I'm not gonna go into too much about what he said about it ending, or about him saying why he wanted to leave or anything, but from our stance, from our point of view, it simply happened when me, Lee and Z were playing GTA one night. Z knew we were dating because he guessed. Honest to God, guessed. We never told him, we just confirmed his suspicions. And then we told Dom one night and he just disappeared from our lives. We didn't get an answer until recently, and I'll get to that point, but we're still only in June, so I have to stick to June. We did, however, gain some people from our past back. You will note that Jingles came back, Koala came back, and we made a new friend called Nat, and we love her just as much as everyone else. We did also get someone else who was Dom's girlfriend at the time, and then dumped him to be with Jingles, and then turned out to be engaged to someone else, so, and was a lying cow and was horrible to all of us, especially me and Lou.
It was really nice, then turned out to be really horrible and talking about us behind our back.
Who was also in an age gap relationship, but then said mine and Lee's relationship was disgusting. But that's all the attention I'm going to give to that. June was also quite scary because I did think I lost my nan. I was at work one day and she had a horrible fall at home because she'd recently had surgery on her knee. And I don't talk about my nan a lot. I love her to bits, but you know, her life is her life, but I was convinced that I was going to lose her this time, and it was honestly terrifying. And Lee over here hadn't met me yet, was terrified of my mother, but sincerely said that if that did happen at that point, he didn't care. He was gonna come see me and look after me. He's such a dog. It simply said he's a dog. She ended up being in a hospital for a whole month. She came back. She's still good. She's still going strong. But that was a really scary point in time for me. July was around the time that the harassment started. Or well, should I say, elevated to be directed at me. Because it was directed at Lee at first, and then it started to be directed at me. And the reason I don't want to go into detail about it is because I don't want to give attention to this person that much, because they'll just thrive off it, and it just... I don't want them to thrive. I don't want them to think they've won in this situation, because they're never gonna win. And because it's like...
And they tend to stalk your channels.
Yeah. So if I talk about it, they could possibly do me for, what's the word?
Defamation?
Defamation, which is wrong because stuff. So it's a lot of legal stuff that we can't disclose at all. Because if it does come to a point where we have to report her, which I don't think it will, it's just better in our case. August! Yay! Give me your paw. Yay! Summer! Sorry, Uggy, I have to use you for clout. August was the beginning of all this. Lee and I met for the first time. He drove 2 hours down to Luton, and we went to the park, we went to the shopping centre, and then we stayed in a hotel overnight and just spent time getting to know each other, like face to face instead of over like a camera or a voice call, and it was magical, honestly. When I had to go home the next day and he had to go home, I was bawling my eyes out because I just couldn't stand the thought of being away from him. Like, I knew from the moment that we met in person that this was it. No more. No more boyfriends. Just Lee. That's it. That's it. That's all I want. Nothing else. Him. Him. In this life I have now. And then we spent 3 weeks apart again until my mother allowed me to come up here for a week to spend more time together, obviously. Hands off to my mum, she's been amazing through this, considering the situation, you know. I'm 22, he's 44. Any mother would be worried, especially because we met online and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's not out of the area.
Yeah, and she wouldn't become able to look after me if something did happen. So hands off to her for being supportive of it no matter what. I'm very thankful for her for that, because this was something I needed to do for myself. This was a way of me trying to find where I belonged and my own happiness, so yeah, I have to thank my mum. When I can go back, because they're in tier 4 right now, so I can't. Haven't even seen them for Christmas, so that's great.
I think you should have been there this week.
Exactly. Anyway, yeah, I came up here for a week and it was awesome. Lee took me around Birmingham and everywhere. He showed me the shopping centre I went to on my birthday. He brought me to Birmingham with Connor and his friends, and I got to meet all the kitties and bring them treats, didn't I? You loved me straight away. Elise was indifferent to me. She just kind of tolerated that I was there. And obviously if you watched my last vlog of Vlogmas, she actually likes me now, so that's a positive. And Shadow is just always a bit with everyone, so it was really good that the cats all liked me and everything. And I've settled in quite good up here when I moved up here, but we're talking about the week I came here anyway. A part of the harassment that we think is it, conveniently the night before Lee was coming to Luton to bring me up here, all 4 of his tyres got slashed. So that meant when he woke up in the morning, he had to drive around looking for somewhere that sold tyres, what's that thing you needed? The thing to get the tyre off?
Oh, the locking nut.
Yeah, the locking nut. Needed one of those. He was absolutely amazing. He did it in like 5 hours. Got all the wheels changed, everything, and was off and came to get me. And we got back here around, I want to say 10 o'clock at night. We had McDonald's. But
it was late.
It was just ridiculous to think that that would stop it. It was just a waste of their time, a waste of ours in reality. But it didn't stop us. I got up here and I spent a magical week here. September, obviously I had to go back to see my family and everything. And whilst I was there, I decided, fuck it. I'm quitting my job because it was giving me too much anxiety and too much depression. And I decided from there out, my mental health is more important than anything else. At this moment in time, Lee is obviously more important than anything to me. But my mental health has to come first, because if I can't take care of myself, I can't take care of Lee or Oggy or Elise or Shadow or any of my family in that white Oggy. Easy it is. He's purring away down here. So now I don't work at the co-op. October is when I officially moved up here. I went back in September, quit my job, came up here for a bit, and then went back down to see my mum just before Halloween, and then, oh, sorry Yogi, and then officially moved up here. There's still loads of my stuff back at my mum's house, obviously, because I couldn't move everything up here straight away, but I took like the essentials that I would need for winter, because I was planning on going back in November to move everything up properly, but you'll see why that didn't happen in a couple of seconds. It was also Halloween, and we were excited as hell because we both love Halloween, and that's like the best part of this relationship. He loves Halloween as well. And once again this year, Fangirlween flopped. So what I am now going to do with Fangirlween is just do one video each week of the month, because I cannot do a video every day of that week. It's too much editing, too many ideas to get done, especially when I was in such a bad depressive state and everything was changing and I was confused and stuff. So that's what I'm going to do from now on. Going back to moving up here, obviously I couldn't get it all done because we went into lockdown, a national lockdown for 1 month in November, which honestly didn't fucking solve anything, did it? No. We prepped for Christmas. We started playing Genshin Impact, and it was the best choice ever because we love it. Honestly, I'm addicted right now. It's like my favourite thing in the world. I'm not playing it as much as I usually would, but that's just because I have a lot going on at the moment. I started getting really bad insomnia spells again, which means that my meds are no longer working, so that's great. And going all the way back to June, when Dom fucked off, I need to stretch my leg. I have a fucked up knee, my boy. In November, I think it was, we saw him streaming on his birthday, and it really just awoken that thing inside me that needed an answer to get closure from this whole thing. So I messaged him, I asked him what happened, I apologised for anything we did, and said happy birthday obviously. And then he said basically a lot of stuff about his personal life and that, and I was like, okay. So we made amends basically and invited him back to the Discord, and we had a cool night. He introduced us to his new friends, and I thought everything was gonna be fine because we got our old friend back. We had some new friends. It was great, you know? But then he said it was too much for him and he wanted to leave the Discord. And we were like, okay, that's fine. Honestly, we understand that part. At least everything's sorted out, and if we ever wanted to talk to each other again, we could. Surprise! That didn't happen. As soon as he left the Discord, he blocked us and everything. So, Dom, if you're watching this, have a good life. Then December, which is when a lot of shit has happened. I'll start with the obvious thing. Boris fucked everyone over for Christmas. Especially down south, because he was saying like, oh, you'll have 3 days for Christmas, buy everything you can, buy presents, you know. And 3 days before Christmas, he shut the south down. And I would know because my mum said, yeah, you can't come for Christmas anymore. So I couldn't give her any of her gifts or my family's gifts, and she couldn't give me mine or ours or whatever. And I should have been down there right now, but obviously because they're in lockdown, I'm not allowed to. So I'm just waiting and seeing when I'm allowed to go see them right at this particular moment. It was Lee's birthday this month.
Making me even older.
Made me older as well, so it's fine, don't worry about it. And we had a jolly old time. Did you like your not your Christmas present, your birthday present?
Of course I did.
I made him a pop vinyl of himself, of his character.
Let me see it. I'm sure.
Yeah, because I don't know. I put it on TikTok. I put on here. I made a TikTok video about it, obviously, but I haven't shared it on my channel yet. It was my first time ever doing anything like this, so I do want to do it again to try and get it perfect. But this is what came out. It was really hard. Props to model makers and stuff, because it was honestly so time consuming and so annoying. But this is Strider. This is Lieutenant Strider. And he loves it. So
yeah, I do.
We haven't got anywhere to put it at the moment. We need to put up.
Box at the moment.
Yeah, we need to put up some special shelving and stuff. We need to find somewhere safe for it because it is quite breakable. Yeah, it was his birthday. We gave him some nice treats. We had a nice day together, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, it was my birthday as well this month, and I turned 22. I turned 22, and it was a magical day. It was honestly the best birthday I've had in years. I got amazing presents. I woke up to the most wonderful surprise, if you've seen it on my vlog. He put banners everywhere. He got me flowers and little like party things. He was gonna get me a balloon, but they had no helium. He got me chocolates. It was so beautiful. I'm so happy. And he took me to Maryhill to spend some of my birthday money and just have a day out. And something else happened on my birthday, which is quite exciting. I'm really, really happy about it. In my last one of these, I did say Aoife and I had a little bit of a fall. On my birthday, she messaged me and she apologized for everything and said happy birthday. And I'd been wanting to do it for months, but I was just scared. Realistically, yeah. I was just terrified that she was gonna hate me and never wanted to be my friend ever again. But she was the brave one. I messaged her back apologizing as well, and we sorted everything out. So I definitely made amends with one friend this year. I got my best friend back, which is honestly so amazing, and I'm thriving on my friend's side of life. We had Christmas Day over at Lee's mother's house, and it was really nice actually. I haven't had a big family Christmas since I was very little, because obviously my family grew up, they had their own families and stuff. So it was very nice. I got to meet a lot of Lee's family. I liked them very much. It was a very fun day, or a very fun dinner, should I say, because we went for dinner mainly. And I got some lovely presents. We had a lovely morning. Christmas Day was lovely, honestly. We came home and we were just zoinked. Just went straight to sleep. We were so fucking tired.
Yeah, we had all these plans what to do Christmas night.
Yeah, we're gonna go on VR and drink. We were too fucking tired. Of course I did Vlogmas. That turned out quite well this year. And then finally, the last thing that's happened this year, mainly, I went to hospital on Sunday. I'm gonna do a whole other story time about it. And if I've done it, I will link it in the description so you can watch it. But I thought I had appendicitis because I had a really bad pain in my side. Turns out it's just boop. So that was a very traumatic experience for me because I have had agoraphobia for many years. They just never put it on my official diagnosis when I told them about it at the mental health team back in Luton. So I have a doctor's phone appointment tomorrow, so I'm gonna try and get that sorted. Hopefully be referred to the mental health team, and hopefully by the time it's in the new year or something, I will officially have all of my mental illnesses checked and diagnosed, because I have learned that I have a lot and that I have a possibility of having some sort of autism, and it may be a quite low one, but it's definitely there. So you're in the silence, Oggy. Right, yeah, so no, I haven't got all my mental health sorted out in the new year. I went to the doctor to try and get it sorted out, and she was very reluctant to actually give me any help. I told her I wanted to be diagnosed with agoraphobia, and she turned around and said, we don't want to diagnose you with agoraphobia because we don't want to put a label on it. If I fucking broke my leg, you would put a label on it, innit? You fucking dunce. You know? And she refused to be cooperative, even though I needed new medication, and just kept blaming everything on the fact that I moved up here. Even though I was really bad when I moved up here, got better, and now I'm suddenly bad again. So, we'll see how that goes for the rest of the year. Hopefully that will get sorted, because it's been causing me to have really bad insomnia and really bad panic attacks. I've had like, what, 3 in the last week or 2?
Yeah.
And it's the most I've had in years, so I'm gonna get that sorted. But yeah, that was 2020 for me in a nutshell. I broke up with my boyfriend, I fell in love again, and I moved to a completely different part of the country, and it's been stressful, and there's been a lot of change that I didn't think I'd be able to cope with, but I coped quite well with it. Obviously, because I had my amazing partner who helped me through everything. Don't me. He was there to support me no matter what, and I can never repay him for it. Obviously, also I had my lovely mother who was supportive of it all. And one Sunday when I was in hospital, stayed up late to help look after me. So it was great. And also I got my best friend back, so I know a couple others of my best friends that left and came back because of Tom. Shh. Anyway. So 2020 has been a rough year. And I would just like to take a moment of silence, because I know a lot of deaths happened this year because of the pandemic, and it's been horrific for all of humanity. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge them, and know that hopefully we can fix this and try and live our best lives for those people who passed. So let's just be quiet for a moment. If you were quiet with me, I don't know how much power I have over you. You could have just talked through the whole thing, I don't know. But that was my way of giving acknowledgement to all the people who died this year, have had their circumstances affected by this pandemic. I know everyone has. I definitely had on Sunday. Yeah, basically, that's the end of the video.
And you need to say a thank you to Z.
Yeah, I definitely need to say thank you to Z. He was there through everything this year. Everything that happened to us. When Lee's wife sadly passed. When we connected and decided to give it a try and everyone else ran away from us and left us behind, making us feel like we were horrible people. He stuck by us and he looked after us, and we have tried to do our best to do the same for him. We honestly love Z so much. So Z, if you're watching this, thank you. I doubt you will. It's more of a talky video. I think you watch my game small, but you know. Thank you anyway. Yeah, basically. The end of 2020 and 21 is coming. And I'm not gonna say to myself that 2020 is gonna be better, because I think we all learned our lesson by saying that the beginning of this year. 2020 is gonna be our year. No. I am gonna work on some stuff, and you'll see that in the video that will be posted straight after this one, which is my resolutions video, which is just something I do.
More of a guideline this time.
Yeah, it's like, it's more of a guideline for ways I want to improve upon my life and myself and everything going on. So you can watch that straight after this one, but for now I bid you goodbye. And I thank you for watching. If you watched all the way through, I don't know how long this is going to be. And thank you for watching any videos you did this year, because I know there weren't a lot. It was a tough year for a lot of creators, obviously, and it's always been tough for me because I don't have that many people to create for. So, but I love doing it, and I think I've really fell in love again with videos and stuff this year, because I had so long off doing them, and it's really given me like a new lease on life of just creating, especially since I'm out Lee. And he doesn't just shoot down all my ideas or just go, okay. He actually builds upon them and helps me make them better. So, thank you. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to see what comes in the new year for this channel.
And don't forget to ring the bell. Yeah,
ring the bell for notifications when I post videos, because my schedule is never going to be normal. Not unless I can get myself onto a normal schedule, so we'll see about that. And thank you for watching. Oggy, do you want to say bye? Bye-bye! Bye! Meow! Meow for them. Meow for them. Are you falling asleep again? Bye! You were sleeping, weren't you? I'm sorry, I woke you up. Bye.